Now, follow designated routes or face consequences. That is the latest warning coming from Iran as tensions rise again in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran now says every ship, tanker, and vessel passing through the strategic route must follow its rules and obtain permission from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy. The warning has triggered fresh concerns about global energy security, shipping costs, and possibility of another major confrontation in the Gulf. According to Iranian media, the command said the management of Strait of Hormuz is exercised with full authority by armed forces of Islamic Republic of Iran. Iran also warned that commercial vessels and tankers must use approved routes and secure permission before crossing the waterway. The statement adds any violation of these regulations could jeopardize shipping security. The message was also directed at foreign naval forces operating in the region. Now, we all know that Strait of Hormuz is important because it is world's most critical maritime choke points and world's one-fifth global seaborne oil passes through this narrow passage. Now, the latest warning comes amid continuing tensions between Iran and the US. Iran has repeatedly claimed that it now has operational control over shipping movements in Hormuz and has gradually introduced stricter coordination requirements for vessels. Just days ago, Iranian forces reportedly stopped several vessels attempting to cross the strait without prior coordination. According to Iranian state media, warning shots were fired after ships ignored instructions. The bigger security concern is that the situation has become even more serious because maritime security agencies continue to classify the threat level in the Strait of Hormuz is critical. Oman's Maritime Security Center recently warned sailors to remain alert after an object believed to be a naval mine was discovered in nearby waters. The agency urged vessels to report suspicious objects immediately. At the same time, the UK Maritime Trade Operations organizations warned ships to expect increased naval presence and congestion near key anchorages. According to the concerned Chevron CEO, Mike Worth, revealed that multiple vessels have been attacked in recent days. He said there have been multiple incidents. Qatar has strongly opposed any permanent transit charges on vessels passing through Hormuz. Speaking at Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore, Qatar's Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Saud bin Abdul Rahman said, "We are against this." And however, he indicated that temporary arrangements linked to security operations could still be discussed. Washington has maintained a tough position. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth warned that military operations could resume if diplomatic efforts fail. Meanwhile, U.S. Central Command has said American forces remain active and vigilant across the region. US President Donald Trump has insisted that any future agreement must ensure Iran never acquires nuclear weapons and that shipping through Hormuz remains open. But Tehran has pushed back strongly. Ismail Bakei said no final agreement has been reached. The current dispute is much more than shipping lanes. It has become a test of power between Iran, US, and Gulf nations over who controls one of the most strategically important waterways on Earth. With military activity increasing, vessels facing new restrictions and energy markets on the edge, the Strait of Hormuz has once again become one of the world's most dangerous geopolitical flashpoints. As long as tensions remain unresolved, every tanker entering those waters will be navigating not just shipping route but global political battlefield.